Welcome one and all. Step right up and get your tickets for another moment in gaming history.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome officially to the channel. This is a series where I go into various different moments in video game history, and today I want to talk about a relative newcomer to the gaming space, one that's only gained more and more traction as more people have entered into gaming as a whole, and that's the cozy game. The start of this was actually posed to me not that long ago by my friend PandaSub2000 on his channel, while we came up with an answer for this on his Master Debaters episode, and that I'll link below. I think we actually undersold how far back this game type goes. I also thought it'd be interesting to compare it to casual games and go deeper into this growing game type. So if you have a moment, sit back and stick around for a while as we go into the early days of the cozy game. Before we get too deep into the first cozy game, we should go deeper into what this game type is and how it actually differs from casual games. They actually are a little bit different. The casual game is a game aimed at the masses. So far, the same. They generally eat up less time per session and require less learned skill and less knowledge of gaming tropes to start with. There are also good games to play during breaks at work, what makes them ideal for the mobile environment on the whole. Cozy games are different in the fact that they're basically just more of a relaxed, easygoing experience, a lot like casual games, but in a different way. These can be just as immersive as a hardcore game, but they tend to be a more relaxing experience with little in the way to threaten the player. They can be as simple as tending a farm or power washing. Anything that helps the player de-stress and relax without having to worry about the stress of a difficult boss fight. They also tend to have a little to no competitive motivation, which is something that casual games can and often still have with leaderboards and online play and the like. So basically, a cozy game is a lot like more of an open world game or a more immersive game with more mechanics, but with very little in the way of urgency or stress. Now, cozy games have recently gotten very popular. So much so almost everyone's getting into them and making some sort of entry. But when and how did they get so popular? How long have they been around? Well, I'm going to do my best to answer both of these. But on Master Debaters, we initially thought they started with Farmville, which was released in 2009 on Facebook. This was an early social game in which you tended your farm and others could visit it and help you, which would help them earn what you would call farm cash. This could be used to help you progress in the game easier and was purchasable with real money, making this one of the earliest freemium games on the market. Now, this was initially launched on Facebook, quickly becoming one of the most popular games on the site, with daily active users of 34.5 million. Let me say that again. Daily active users of 34.5 million. That's absolute madness to me. This was a major step in showing how popular these kinds of games would become, and more importantly, how profitable freemium games could be. However, it wasn't the first of this type of game. For that, we need to go back a bit further. Not a ton, but we're going to go back to the early 2000s for this one. Sorry, Potion. If you're watching, I'm pretty sure this one beats it out. And we didn't think of it, and I have no idea why. I know some of you have already been calling this from the beginning of the video, and yes folks, we're going back to The Sims. This game released in early 2000 involving a life simulation that allowed the player to influence and control the lives of virtual people known as Sims. You could set up their houses, control their job, and just live vicariously through their simulated lives. You know, when you aren't dropping them in a pool and removing the ladder or putting them in rooms and removing the doors. People are mean to Sims. The game was hugely popular, selling around 6.3 million copies worldwide and spawning off a massive series and insane amounts of expansion packs, selling over 200 million copies during the lifespan of the game so far. Now that's all the titles, and there's at least 4 main titles now. Now, why is the cozy game got so popular? That's a different story, you see. I have a theory. Games like this continue long to be fairly niche. It's popular, but not as popular as some others until right around the time of the pandemic in 2020. This is where it seems like many people started to pick up new hobbies because, well, we're all stuck at home. Video games were cheap, comparatively, and accessible. It also allowed you to just download new entertainment from your home. With this, many people started coming in and gravitating towards experiences that would help them relax. Everybody was very, very stressed. Many of these gamers didn't want to get into the competitive side of gaming. They wanted fun experiences, and developers delivered. Games like Stardew Valley spiked in popularity, more games like Bear and Breakfast came out, even Square got into the action with Power Wash Simulator. Keep in mind, all this is just theory as to when and how they started to become so popular recently. What do you guys think though? Do you think this timeline lines up? Do any of you play this type of game at all? Which ones do you like the best? Let me know in the comments. For now though, thank you so much for spending time out of your day with me. If I can ask you for one more favor, please leave this video a like. And if you haven't, consider subscribing. That helps me out a ton. Till we meet again though, have a great rest of your day, and happy gaming.